Every morning the world starts quietly, one soft light at a time. Homes flicker awake, shops open. People take those first small steps into a brand new day. And in all of that ordinary movement, there's something kind of extraordinary. A moment worth noticing, a spark you feel before you even name it. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's small, but kindness shows up right on time. And every morning we choose to show up with you so we can look for that spark together.
Good morning. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and this is Kindness Rising. Let's rise together.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, crew. Let us rise together. Stashman in the house. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Sully. Glad you guys are out there, and I appreciate it. We're here. We're winding up the week. It's Friday. And we're finishing perspective week. We looked at the world through a variety of perspectives, like we were standing on the moon, and then we were zooming in and out, and we were Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and we've been all over the map with our perspectives, and the idea that in our moments of time, it's important to think about perspective, time, distance, how detailed we're getting into things, and how much we're zooming back and checking out the vision for what we are trying to accomplish. And today is no different. Have you ever noticed how certain moments feel like they will last forever? That awkward conversation leading up to a stressful deadline, the ride home from somewhere, waiting for an answer for something, waiting for clarity, on and on and on and on. Those moments, they can feel relentless, like the situation will never end and the feeling will always be there. Well, I'm here to tell you, time passes. Yes, absolutely. Jess, welcome in from Kentucky, my friend. Jess, I appreciate you here this morning. Glad to see you're able to get up and get going with it. Hope things are working out well for you this week. I know you said you were struggling with getting up, but here you are, and I appreciate it. I like to think in my own little delusional mind that maybe I have a little something to do with it, but I'll get my ego out of the way on that one. Thanks, Jess. Who else is out there? Say hello in the chat. Get involved, and we'll finish this conversation about perspective, and we're exploring time, the idea of time as for your perspective, because sometimes the most powerful shift is simply remembering that this moment right now, it's not permanent, even when it feels that way. Thank you. Welcome everyone into Kindness Rising this morning. Come on. That's what I'm looking for. Kicking it with the Kindness Rising theme as we get up and get after it on a Friday morning. I just made this no longer evergreen content, or I could confuse the hell out of people and start posting saying, hey, it's Monday. Welcome, it's Monday. Hope everybody's having a great Monday. You're ready for your week. Does it matter? It doesn't matter. It's just another day in the loop, right, guys? Another day around that spiral staircase. But sometimes that spiral staircase is relentless, and we get dizzy about it. Absolutely. And that's what we're talking about today. Absolutely. Here's the thing. We're really, really, really good as human beings, especially some of us who rank high on the anxiety scales. We're really good at imagining the future. Not always that accurate, especially when our emotions get involved, when stress increases and our brain is like, this will never end. This always happens to me. I always feel this way. Just remember, your feelings are not forecast. It's okay to feel them. Feel them. Prolly FL, what's up, Minnesota? You're coming in from Minnesota. Nice. I don't think I've had a Minnesota. All right, are you a Minnesota Wild fan? I don't know. I'm a hockey guy. I don't know anything about Minnesota. I was in this Minneapolis St. Paul airport, I think, once for about 20 minutes. Believe it or not, I've never been to Minnesota. I feel like I should, as a hockey guy. I should be. It's the state of hockey, right? So, yeah, you're coming in from Minnesota, right? I'm so glad you're coming in from Minnesota, Prolly. Thanks for joining us. And I appreciate you. Absolutely. Let's get back to that moment, those moments that in real time, they feel relentless. But in hindsight, yeah, cool. It feels relentless. That experience feels relentless. It's in hindsight, it feels temporary. Probably, I'm in upstate New York, another hockey place. Yeah, it's warmed up here too. I'm wearing a t-shirt 2 days in a row. Usually I'm down here with my heater on, forgetting to turn it off in my basement studio. And but I show up here every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Prolly and Roseanne and Jess and Sully and Holroyd's here now too. Welcome in, everybody. I'm glad you've chosen to join. Say hello in the chat. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We're talking about time, the perspective of time, and the feeling of the never-ending feeling. But it gets better. It gets better when we choose to realize that that's an illusion, that feeling of relentlessness. The reason I talk about this is because I personally feel it. I feel it sometimes. Absolutely feel. And we're talking about the weather in the chat. Sometimes the weather does that to us. It feels relentless. So especially here in upstate New York, I'm sure it feels that way in Minnesota. I know it feels that way in Winnipeg, where Keith is coming in from. Roseanne, you escape. So we all know. And Sully, you're just chilling out there in Cali, huh? What winter? What's that? I know you're from New York, though, originally, right? So, absolutely. Anyway, we're talking about the perspective of time and remembering to ask ourselves that simple question. Will this matter? Will it matter in a week, in a month, in a year? Jerry Ginger, what's up? Hey, buddy. I appreciate you coming out. Jerry Ginger, who jumped in the other day. I went live on a whim. I did a little whim with my phone. I had never done it before. I'm like, I'm just going to hit mobile live. And I had it on my little stand. I started trying to cook while I was filming. Pretty funny experiment in what the hell is going on. Trying to do, honestly, it's a great learning experience. It's like trying to learn. How about this music? Enough's enough with that. Trying to do something, which was simple cooking. I cook all the time, but trying to cook on camera while talking, while engaging, making sure the angle's good, making sure you don't look like you've got stuff dripping all down your hands. It was fun. It was fun. I actually enjoyed. Yes, it does, Jerry. Time keeps on slipping into the future. You got me singing, Jerry. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. It actually is a good sign. I'm singing along here, despite the relentlessness illusion that I feel sometimes when I feel pressure, and that present moment becomes really loud and everything feels super urgent and immediate or permanent. Oh my God. But that intensity, we have to remember that intensity, it belongs to the moment, not to the situation. And that urgency can distort. It can distort the proportion, the intensity, right? That urgency distorts the proportion. The perspective restores the proportion. Interesting, right? Having that perspective. I don't know. I'm sitting here thinking about urgency distorting the proportion, right? And people who have like ice in their veins. Of course, I'm thinking about it athletically. I'm thinking about like Michael Jordan, people who want that urgency. They need it to shine in the moment. That's pretty cool. It's the other side of the moment, though, right? The moment that feels urgent, that overwhelms us, that passes. And the moment that inspires us and motivates us, that passes too. So remembering that the moment is temporary on both sides of those things, when it feels like nothing can go wrong and when it feels like nothing goes right, it's temporary, right? Not to be dismissive, not to be avoidant, not to whatever, like to not pay attention, but just remember that it is temporary. Absolutely. Yeah, Jerry, I'm going to do more of that, dude. I'm going to, until one time we don't. Stress tolerance, we're always going to live through it until one time we don't. No, I hope doing other things in my life will help to keep stress down. And time keeps on ticking and our hearts keep on ticking, Jerry, and we keep going, right? I agree 100%, Jess. I like your comment. Yeah, about self-consciousness. Should be putting comments up there. Self-consciousness can undermine athletes as well if they pay too much attention to what they're doing. You have to be in that flow state, right? If you're paying too much attention to what you do, you're going to freeze up. I know that, right? I know that from when I come here, when I'm paying too close attention to my movements, my whatever. It's just, it is, right? So, yeah, it's learning to be and how to be and find that flow state and whatever you're doing for sure. Athletes are key with that. All right. Time is flying and we got lots of things to cover. So I'm going to move along now. I am moving along now. Dude, why do you keep saying moving along now? Here it comes. Why do I keep saying long now? I keep saying long now because I am talking about our kindness spotlight, which apparently did not save the screen share. Okay, doesn't matter. Long Now Foundation. When I first heard about the Long Now Foundation, I'm like, ugh, it's getting a little long now. Yep, it's getting a little long now. But that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about living in the long now. Thinking about things from a 10,000-year clock. That's the now. With their idea. Long-term thinking changes how we approach challenges. That's the Long Now Foundation. One of the key individuals who's starting this is Brian Eno. I don't know if anybody out there knows who Brian Eno is. E-N-O. I sense maybe Jerry Ginger or Sully knows Brian Eno. Let's see if anybody can come up with who Brian Eno is. We'll talk about it in a minute. Anyway, Long Now Foundation explores how long-term thinking changes how we approach challenges. Their work encourages people to consider time horizons far beyond the present day, sometimes thousands of years into the future, because perspective changes decision making. Exactly what we've been talking about here all week. Their projects explore ideas like the 10,000-year clock designed to keep time for millennia. The idea that they have a clock that ticks one tick every year, not every second, every year. It's a very interesting idea. It's a reminder that important things can develop slowly. Forests grow slowly, and trusts grow slowly, and communities evolve slowly, and skills develop slowly. Even positive change begins slowly. That's what the work of Long Now Foundation. It's not, oh my gosh, it's been long now. It's think about the world from the long now, because perspective improves when we widen the timeline. Sometimes progress is happening even when it feels slow. Anybody figure out who Brian Eno is, or does anybody care? This is my own little thing. I have some Brian Eno music in my Spotify. Brian Eno, pretty well known in the world of like dance and electronic music, which is kind of a weird little subgenre, but he's definitely an artist that's out there pushing the envelope on things, and I love that he's looking at this long now. I forgot about what I was talking about for a second there. Long now. All right. Speaking of long now, let's do it. It's a Friday. Sully reminded me I haven't done one of these in a while. A Gen X Fandom Friday. Not Phantom. It's not a phantom. I'm not a ghost. Woo! Fandom. Fandom. Fandom Friday, where we look at pop culture, movies, TV, music, whatever the ideas of the world that we grew up in. Those of us who are Gen X in particular, but I'm sure there are many others. I know my kids know this one, even though it was from 1984. I was 12 years old in 1984, just aged myself. But guess what? They gave us a title that captures exactly how certain moments feel when we're adulting. The NeverEnding Story, Atreyu and Falcor and the whole crew. When we are in the middle of something, it can feel like the challenge has no ending, no resolution, no progress, just ongoing uncertainty. And in this film, the main character faces something. You guys remember what the evil was that he was fighting against? The nothing. Yes, Brian Eno, Talking Heads. You are right, Jerry Ginger. There we go. Boo. One of your favorites, Holroyd, NeverEnding Story, or Brian Eno? NeverEnding Story. We're talking about Atreyu. He's fighting against the nothing, a spreading force that represents hopelessness and overwhelmingness. Overwhelmingness? Overwhelm, I guess. Everything feels like it's disappearing. It feels like it's out of control. It feels relentless, but the story continues and new characters and options emerge. New understanding develops. Absolutely. And eventually movement happens. What once felt endless moves forward. Perspective changes the experience of time. Absolutely. And when we're inside that moment, that story feels permanent. But when we look back, it feels like just a chapter. Just a chapter. It feels so long and hard in the moment. But we have to remember that it's a chapter. And even the never-ending story had an ending, which was a ridiculous way to end this segment. But I'm saying it anyway. All right. Corny. Anyway, that's the NeverEnding Story. Fandom Friday. Holroyd, let's see. What do you heard? Oh, they're going to make it a series? That could either be awesome or absolutely horrendous, right? I hope they don't try to remake the story. Like if they make it a series, and I don't know. I'll be interested to see what could be done with that. I think that's definitely a what's the word I'm looking for? Franchise potential with the NeverEnding Story. Have you read it? Has anybody read the book? Bastian has to give the childlike empress a name. What name? Ooh. Holroyd, I love that you're dropping trivia, and I should know the answer to this question. All right. Someone else has got to help me because I don't know it. I can picture her. I can definitely picture. He named her after his mother. Yes. I just remember Atreyu and Falcor. Those were the ones I remember. We had a big white fluffy cat we named Falcor. All right, Holroyd, you got me, buddy. You got me. I owe you one. I love that. I love trivia. Actually, it's so funny that you mentioned that, Adam. I'm gonna totally change directions here. And I think I've got time to get everything else I need into by saying, I thought about that. I thought about bringing trivia. I love trivia. Why not bring trivia? As a matter of fact, I was thinking about just doing a little game. I actually have games. Why not? Why not? Look at this. Right here. Movies trivia game. I'm like, that could be fun. Just pull out some movie trivia. I got this one. Oh God, falling. That's embarrassing. Hope you didn't see that. Stuck my butt up there. Family Feud. That could be fun too. I can only imagine what you just saw on the camera when that happened. I'll have to look at that later. And then lastly, we have this one, which could get really crazy. Maybe this is not a morning topic. The late night edition of Family Feud. We love games in our house. Moonchild. Thank you, Holroyd. Moonchild. You are right. Nice. We didn't see anything. Good. Well, I'm glad I didn't have like a plumber's crack or something hanging out. God only knows. I'm literally wearing like just athletic shorts underneath here. I do have pants on, but I've been known to. Anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, so thanks. Trivia. Anybody think trivia would be fun? We could do that. I don't know. Might not be a morning thing. I'm also thinking about doing more live discussions in the evening where it could be a little bit more lively. I still want to make sure this show meets the mission of getting people up, rising above the noise, high fives for humanity kind of stuff. 8675309. Yeah. So I'm saying that to Jess. All right. Trivia. That's Jenny's number. Absolutely. All right. So maybe that's something we'll do. This show is not just for me, and I love it. Look at it. I was prepared for it. So. Oh yeah. Like, come on. That is not, I didn't even have to think about it. I saw it out of the corner of my eye and it was like just this automatic reaction. At least it wasn't 6-7. That's over, right? Is that over? I haven't heard it in a while. Anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. I actually like these little side chats, but I do always want to bring something to walk away with every day. We can have all the chats we want to, but I have a burning desire, a burning need to tell you about your kindness compass for today. Up and get going. 3 ways to use time perspective today. Time perspective, that's what we're talking about today in the NeverEnding Story. Add time to the question. Will this matter in 1 year? You're thinking about it? Thinking about a problem? Often the emotional intensity can change immediately. Let's bring it down a notch. Will it matter? Will it matter by the time I get home? Whatever. Replace always with right now. This is hard right now. Not this always happens to me. Right now, this is happening. Right now, I'm doing this. This is hard right now. Precision improves perspective when we talk about right now versus what now really means and feels like, right? And lastly, remember your previous difficult moments because you've experienced uncertainty before. You've navigated it. Perspective includes your memory too. You know how to build resilience and get on uplifting. So that is the truth. Love is your compass. Add time to your question. Replace always with right now. And remember, you've overcome previous difficult moments in your life. I'm good with changing that perspective, Jess. I'm good with playful. Let's kick up the playful notch. I was just interacting with a couple of individuals, speaking about playfulness, just interacting with a couple of individuals, Mia Sundstrom and Vera, and I forget their last name, she's from Australia. These are professional people who are really focusing on the world of play and bringing the idea of bringing play to work. I did a week's long theme on play a couple weeks back, and since then I've really been kind of digging into it, thinking about it, and I'm hoping that maybe we can continue that conversation, because I think it's really important. I think it's really important, especially as the intersection of man and machine continues, and as work changes for us as human beings. How do we keep it engaging and playful, and what do we bring that's human that only humans can bring? I think it's really important. All right. Play. And what about a smile? They would say smile. And music, right? Music, rhythm, are those universal languages? I like that, Jess. Yeah. All right. Well, we are winding down. We are definitely winding down. So that was the kindness compass. Turn that music off. I do want to talk about something for real, though. Really? Let's not get heavy about it. Let's get excited about something that's happening next week. Next week on Kindness Rising, and all throughout the world. All throughout the world. I'm going to show you a video here in a second. But across social media platforms, people are sharing real moments of generosity, compassion, encouragement, and support, and using the hashtag kindness counts. Small acts, quiet moments, meaningful gestures. People are going to be recording things, the kind of things that really become headlines, but often become turning points in someone's day, like receiving a gift. My child gifted me with this Nido. That day I needed it. I needed something to squeeze or hold on to, and that kid came up with it. That's the meaningful gesture right there. The kind of things that rarely become headlines. Absolutely. It looks ordinary, but it's real, because kindness spreads, kindness multiplies, kindness creates momentum. Next week, right here on Kindness Rising and all throughout the world, we're going to be highlighting real examples of kindness in action, absolutely showing that even when it's noisy, there's positivity, there's positive signal out there in the world. So let me share. This time it's going to work, because I just feel confident that it's going to work for once. No.
At war.
Divided.
It's moving faster than we can keep up.
And across the world, people are living with
different opinions,
Different views.
different lives.
But here's what we all have in common.
We want a peaceful world.
we want people to thrive, not survive.
With kindness.
So, from April 20th to 24th,
we're inviting the world to take one simple action.
One small act of kindness.
one small act of generosity.
To spread the goodness.
To create a better world together.
Because one person can't do this alone.
Together we can, from Canada.
Together we can, from Australia.
Together we can, from Singapore.
Together we can, from the UK.
Well, together we can. Let's start here in Nigeria.
Together we can, from Luxembourg.
We together from Bangladesh.
Together we can from Saudi Arabia.
Together we can from the United States of America.
But no matter where we live,
no matter what we believe,
one small action still matters.
And when we do it together,
it becomes something bigger than all of us.
You're invited to join us.
Do one small act of kindness,
giving,
or generosity.
And share it on social media with the hashtag kindness counts.
Because together,
you don't just hope for a better world.
We create one.
And so there it is. As we go over, I appreciate you guys spending a little extra time with me this morning to watch that video. We are going to be participating in that right here in Kindness Rising. I'm going to be doing it on LinkedIn and on YouTube and all that. So keep an eye out. Post stuff. Hashtag kindness counts. Let's build this momentum. April 20th to April 24th. Kindness Week. I'm going to be doing it all week long. I hope you will too. Now, get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friend, where they're going to continue the kindness, continue to spread positivity too for you right here on the Mornings in the Lab network. I'll be back Monday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And until then, stay uncommon, stay kind.